Anyway, keep the faith, keep praying, and thank the Lord for everything you've got.
No.
I live alone, but I'm not alone. The good Lord's with me. Keep the faith.
Adele's asked me to make a few comments about how connected I have been with God in lockdown. The first thing I want to say is that God has been very close to me, I felt, in lockdown, spiritually, helping me all the time. And it's been strongly enhanced by the regular Sunday worship that Adele so kindly has been organising. I've got an awful lot of support, and I feel that God's been working in me, particularly through that service. I've been very lucky to have a large number of contacts and friends, and particularly like to thank Isabel and the pastoral team for constantly keeping in contact with me, and I feel that that's helped with respect to God feeling close to me. I've also had tremendous support from my family and friends. We've done lots of walking, had lots of barbecues together, and lots of social contact. And in all of these experiences, I feel God has been talking to me and close to me in this respect.
I've found God, as I always do, close to nature. When I've been on some lovely long walks, all on my own, but lovely, taking time, which I never usually do, to think and pray and look around. And God's shown me how wonderful the world is and how we must do everything we can to get it into a better place. I've made squares for the church wall hanging, and they've given me a lot of time to think as well. And I can't always express what I want to, either talking or writing or in sewing, but I'm doing my best. And I just want to say, that to everybody, we must save it. It's so beautiful. And then I've enjoyed the services at the church Zoom on Sundays, the morning prayer and evening prayers. And every day I have a meditation from Richard Rohr, which has been absolutely just what I've needed, just where I am at the moment, it seems. And sometimes I read the Psalms that we've been looking at in the morning prayer, and I've got Stephen, which has helped me to sort of think more about them. And I've enjoyed the Book of Ruth, which we've been studying in the Methodist School online also. And that was wonderful because I found a way to express it in my words, and I've written it out.
I've tried to stay connected with God by praying more, especially in the early morning when I'm awake and Martin's asleep. I sit in the sitting room in front of my window and I just talk to him and try to listen to what he's trying to say to me. I've been connected through St Mary's, which is a lifeline, and I do realise we are a people, not just a building. I've tried to use my time wisely. Because we can't meet at Growing Right, I've tried to use my time to create some stories for the children and record them and illustrate them that have a message, that they would enjoy but have a message. And what's God given me? He's given me patience, because it was very difficult at the beginning. I think some of you know I broke my wrist and it was very painful at the very beginning, just before this kicked off. And what with the pain and not being able to do anything, I got very impatient. But God gave me patience, and now I'm ready to move back into doing whatever he wants me to do with a lighter heart.
At the end of March, I was asked, for health reasons, to shield at least until mid-June, and decided that it would be a good idea to try and follow some sort of a daily routine. Lockdown has allowed Isabel and I, as part of our morning coffee break, to establish a routine of reading a short passage from the Bible, with a reflection and prayer based on the Bible passage. Although we have been unable to meet together physically and cannot foresee when we will be able to do so again, our Bible study group has continued to exchange prayer topics, requests and thanks, personal, national and international. And more recently, we have begun to get to grips with Zoom so that we can meet as a group and support each other, albeit remotely. The timing of lockdown has also enabled me to continue to appreciate the beauty of creation, mostly from the confines of our garden. Garden birds, spring flowers, insects, and the amazing timing of natural events.
I meet God most when I am praying in the early morning, when my children are asleep, when I have some time for some peace, and I read my Bible. Other times, I meet God when I'm playing with my boys, and I just get a chance to realise that God loves me the same way that I love my boys.
Through lockdown, I felt most connected to God in prayer, in times of daily morning prayer, and whilst out enjoying a walk or ride, and just appreciating and giving thanks for God's creation. And at other times in prayer, at the beginning of a meeting, that delightful comfort in handing over the business of a discussion to God. I also feel connected to God through worship songs and do enjoy using YouTube or Spotify to put up a playlist, turn the volume up, and then also have the words displayed on the TV. One track that has particular connection for me is Oceans by Hillsong, and that comes up next. I feel particular inspiration in Oceans, both in the call to step out, in the phrase, "You call me out upon the waters," and then that wonderful supportive encouragement in times of difficulty. "So I will call upon your name and keep my eyes above the waves." I very much hope and pray this connects for you as it does for me.